Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to another adventure with CPtechnicraft Live. Today, I'm going to work on the actual sorting system for this room. Let's see. First, got to make some very obvious changes. That needs to go back on. And I'm going to need a lot of chests. I feel like I'm going to need a lot more. So before I get too ahead of myself, let me grab out my wood. We'll set that puppy down. We'll just put it right there. Yeah, that'll work. It's basically everywhere we see these hoppers. Going to place double chests right below. So I want a double chest right where I'm standing right there. Doop, doop. Like so. Right in front. Doop, 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 doop. Yeah. And put another there. Dun to do. Do do do. Do do. Hit hit. Uh-huh. Okay then. Did not see that coming. That's not that big of a deal though. And that's the first set. And one more. You guys are going to have to go up against this back wall over here. Doop, doop. And yes, this is an anvil because that's going to be part of how we make the storage system work. And, okay. Did not see that. What have we got here? That's what I'm looking for. And for those that weren't aware, I'll come back to those in just a second. We're going to need a lot of that. A lot of hoppers too. This is the remainder of a very completely full chest full of deep slate tiles that was used to fill in the floor sections of these two rooms. So as you can see, I mean, that's 2 rows. That's 18 stacks of 64 that were used to do that, just to fill in the center. We would have taken another, it would probably take me just about this whole box just to do these 2 floors right here. And as you can imagine, I think we're on like the 8th or 9th floor of this tower right now. Yeah, it's a lot. But he's got to get moved too. Probably could have done that first, but you know, hindsight's 2020. Okay. Now that I cannot believe I just did that. For all of those watching, yep, I did. I literally just did that. Now, let me do this again for all the people that didn't watch me make that silly mistake the first time. There we go. Now it's fixed. Yeah, I don't know when I broke that. I must have knocked it out at some point. Don't remember because it probably was not intentional. Okay, so now I'm going to skip that one. Do 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 do. 3 more. 1, 2, 3, and then just one singular one right there. And he is in line right here. See, like so. I only need 2 of them. Do. You see now I got out the wood. Dropping down chests like this kills your chest fund quite quickly. Alright. Whoop. I'll come back and get that. I know I could probably bring out an axe and make it faster, but for one chest, it wasn't worth it to me. Skip one. How many do I got here? 3. 1, 3. And we'll put you back right there for now. Doop, 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 doop. Yeah, see, if you haven't seen me go to my wood farm or my bone meal farm, you may get to see that on this episode because I'm going to run myself out of materials. Possibly. Because as you see, I've used almost 2 stacks of chests and I haven't even made it around the room with the first row. How do we fix that? Well, we fix it relatively quickly. Yes, I will grab my axe or my I'll make up a bunch of these and leave one. Well, I was gonna say I'll leave one spot open, but it won't matter because once I do that, I'll have plenty of clear space. And now I know that's nowhere near enough, but we're just gonna run with it now just to get the floor plan laid out. Because I'm not entirely sold on how I'm gonna make the entrance into this room. Initially, I was just gonna have it come up in the corner over there, but I thought about it and realized, man, but that'll bring you up behind all the mechanism. You'll have to walk through it, or I'll have to leave some of it out and reduce the amount of storage that I can have to make that, or I can just make like a central elevator in literally the middle of the room that just brings you up, pops you up to the floor. But I haven't completely decided on that just yet. So if any of you have any thoughts on the matter, please by all means feel free to share. And if you're wondering about the oddity of the layout, I recognize that it looks a little off when there's 3 and then 2 or 1 and then 8. I just did it for maximum exposure in the sense of, in order to keep items flowing, I did it like this to make sure that we got all the way to the corners. Oh, stop. Somebody that used to have my old phone or my phone number gets lots of phone calls from the health companies. No matter how many times I tell them that that person no longer owns this phone, they still call me and text me endlessly. So if you heard that in the background, that's what that was all about. Before I put that one on, I come back here. Now, if you've never done one of these before, the reason that I do the chests first is actually kind of simple, really. When I go to put these hoppers on the backs of this to feed these, if the chests aren't there, then I've got to put a whole bunch of blocks in front of everything for the hoppers to go to. Kind of a nightmare. Waste of time, like big time waste of time. It's so much simpler to just lay down all the chests. Plus, as you see, I mean, I very well could find that that's as far as I want to get with the chests today because I'm just thinking I'm not enough wood right now. So I might take you with me on a ride to the wood farm. Okay, yeah, we're definitely not going to get everything in this go. But I think I left a bunch of bone meal over at the wood farm in anticipation of this possibility. So it's not a big deal. It's time consuming. So my guess is that our Our stream today will probably finish over at the wood farm, but that's okay. Because there's a few people that are willing to bet have never even seen the wood farm. Now, it is not my own design. It is a Silent Whisperer design, but it is beautiful and simplistic in its nature. And well, I can't say it's simplistic. It's hardly simplistic. It's very, if you understand redstone and complex redstone, it's very simple and elegant. Um, but if you don't have a good, strong understanding of redstone, then it probably just seemed like completely chaotic. All right, well, you're gonna go with me. But before I do that, I'm gonna take these 3 snow stacks I've got here.